Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan with a Fallout news update. And hey, if you love Fallout, the Elder Scrolls, and even Starfield, and you're not subscribed yet to the KingFanMan channel, why not? That's all I talk about here, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Todd Howard has told us several times now that there are multiple Fallout projects being worked on currently, and this week we got some huge news on two of those projects. The first was yet another leak about Fallout 3 Remastered, the worst kept secret in gaming at this point. Fallout 3 Remastered appeared in several new McFarlane toy listings. One was for a figure in T-45 power armor with its description reading, Elite Edition, Fallout 3 Remastered number 13 T-45B, Nuka-Cola. Some might not think this is very important, but this would not be the first time a toy manufacturer leaked a game. The reason is simple. Toy manufacturers typically get information on upcoming games well in advance so they can produce collectibles in time for the game's launch. One example of a toy company leaking a game comes from this very toy company, McFarlane, when they revealed Titanfall 2. It also must be noted, several more retailers and online stores went live with this Fallout 3 Remastered listing, so it looks like it's a real product. And according to Eurogamer, they have a release window of this July or August. Now, does this mean we may be very close to getting our hands on Fallout 3 Remastered? It sure appears so. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to what Screen Rant has to say about the imminence of the Fallout 3 Remaster. Over the last couple of years, more and more tidbits of information have started to emerge that suggest a remaster of Fallout 3 is coming imminently down the pipeline. The biggest clue came when an uncensored internal Bethesda document was accidentally shared during the FTC case around Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard. Outside of that, insiders have consistently claimed that it's on the way, and noise around the remaster has continued to grow. Now, as first reported by Tweaktown, a new figure, and we just went through all that. Now look at the last paragraph. McFarlane Toys in China has also listed the product, and this is just about as solid a piece of information as any that the remaster is not only happening, but coming very soon, almost certainly this year. Both companies have listed the expected shipping date for the figure as July, which they would more than likely want to coincide with the release of the remaster. So we may hear and see Fallout 3 Remastered at the upcoming June Xbox Summer Games Fest, or more likely even get the game shadow dropped at the event, seeing that this event is scheduled for the end of June 2026 and the listings for the Fallout 3 Remastered toys are for July. It all lines up perfectly. Now, I had thought they might wait for Season 3 of the Fallout TV show to release it, but this is pretty compelling evidence we might be getting Fallout 3 Remastered in just a few months. Of course, this is great news, but the next Fallout story is not so good. I have been reporting for quite a while that a Fallout spin-off game was being worked on by an outside studio, another one owned by Microsoft, someone like Obsidian. But this week, according to game journalist Jeff Gertzman of GameSpot, this Fallout project that was already under development at another Microsoft-owned studio is no longer going to see the light of day, suggesting it may already have been canceled. He goes on to say, "No, I think Todd Howard and the team probably have a pretty firm grasp of what they want to do with those specific franchises. And instead of assigning that stuff to another team, it would be more likely for them to staff up at Bethesda Game Studios to make sure that they have what they need to get those games done. There was a Fallout thing in development at another Microsoft-owned studio that I think is no longer going to see the light of day. But yeah, They will probably do the remakes, in other words, outside studios. I think those have been outsourced to others like Fallout 3 thing, which I think has been outsourced to an external studio. But you know, new games will probably come from that brain trust, meaning Bethesda, and I think that they probably will continue to have a pretty firm grasp on that. Now, in one way, this is horrible news, of course. I was super excited for a Fallout spin-off game from a studio like Obsidian or In Exile. Plus, it would have meant more Fallout while we are waiting on Fallout 5. However, there is a glimmer of good news in this. Jeff says he thinks it's more likely that Bethesda is adding staff to make sure that they have what they need to get those games done. This is huge and something I've not heard many talk about. During all the layoffs last year from Microsoft actually reorganized Bethesda Game Studios in an attempt to help them get their games out faster. And while other studios were losing developers, we saw BGS have a huge growth spurt starting last summer, bringing in major talent. This all lines up with exactly what Jeff is talking about here. I have been saying for months that I believe full development has already begun on Fallout 5. Not just pre-development like Bethesda Game Studios used to do while another game was in full development. I believe this is the reorganization which happened last summer. So Bethesda must have convinced Microsoft to let them keep Fallout in-house. And by doing so, Bethesda agreed to go ahead and start full development so that Fallout 5 could be released much sooner than their last few games. So if what Jeff and I are saying is true, then BGS has two full teams working right now on both The Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5. But wait, didn't Todd say that the majority of the Maryland studio is working on The Elder Scrolls 6? Yes, he did, and it makes perfect sense. Number one, it is the next game to be released, so it's obviously going to need more people on it currently. But majority just means more. 51% to 49% is still the majority. And number two, of course, Todd would never come out and say, we have almost half our studio working right now on Fallout 5. Bethesda and Todd are known for saying too little, not too much, about what's going on at Bethesda Game Studios. I know some will disagree with me about the development of Fallout 5, but it was good hearing an insider say that he also thinks this is what's going on inside Bethesda. I would love to hear what you think about the Fallout 3 Remastered, the canceled Fallout spinoff, and the development of Fallout 5. It does look to me like Fallout fans will be very happy very soon. Thank you for getting your Bethesda news right here in the King's Corner. Hey, before you go, be sure and like this video and also make a comment. That really helps this video and my channel greatly. And hey, if you really want to help me, hit that hype button as well. I am the KingFanMan. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.